We've been told the Megalodon is extinct, yet each year, more reports emerge of enormous sharks, leaving many to wonder if this ancient predator is still lurking in the depths. These sightings may sound like scenes from a thriller, but they aren't just rare occurrences. From the so-called Megalodon's offspring, to the sighting in Mexico that changed everything, here are 20 real-life massive shark encounters that might just be Megalodon. Number 20. 30-foot shark passes by fishing boat. Imagine you're on a 23-foot fishing boat when you see a shadow in the water, one so massive it stretches several feet beyond the boat. That's exactly what happened to Jack Spear, a coastal Carolina business student, and his friends. At first, they thought the massive shadow belonged to a buoy, but as they drew closer, they realized it was the fin of a giant shark. Jack's initial guess was that it was a great white shark, which understandably made everyone nervous. However, as they observed it more closely, they saw that the creature wasn't aggressive at all. It was a basking shark, one of the largest fish species in the ocean. The shark was at least 5 feet longer than their boat and swam lazily around them, unfazed by their presence. Jack knew that basking sharks are harmless as they feed on plankton and don't eat other fish. Although the sight of such a giant creature was awe-inspiring, there was no need to worry. If, however, it had been a great white, the situation would have been much different. Great whites are known for their aggressive behavior, and encountering one of those giants could have been a much scarier experience. Number 19. The Megalodon sighting in Mexico. A recent video from the Gulf of Mexico has sent shockwaves through the ocean enthusiast community. It shows a massive shark gliding through the waters near an oil rig, nearly 8,700 feet below the surface. The shark's impressive size is impossible to ignore, and it's clear that it is no ordinary fish. What makes the sighting even more remarkable is the theory that this could be the elusive Megalodon, a creature thought to have vanished millions of years ago. The size of the shark, combined with its location in the deep ocean, has sparked intense discussions about its identity. The idea that the Megalodon might still be alive and lurking in the deep ocean has captured the imagination of many. The footage raises the exciting possibility that one of the greatest predators of prehistory might not be as extinct as we've been led to believe. Could this giant of the seas still be hiding out there, far below where we can see? This sighting has ignited a wave of debate about whether the Megalodon could still exist, adding a thrilling new layer to the ocean's many mysteries. What other secrets might the deep sea be keeping from us? Number 18. Monster tiger shark in Sydney. You might feel accomplished after catching a 3-pound salmon, but there's a group of fishermen who achieved something far more impressive. Captain Paul Barney and his crew were out on their boat, the Dark Horse, fishing off the coast of Sydney, when they hooked a truly enormous tiger shark. This wasn't just any shark. It weighed an astonishing 869.7 pounds. It was so massive that its head hung off the edge of the boat as the crew made their way back to shore. Reeling the shark in took around 45 minutes, and once they managed to pull it aboard, they had to muscle the creature onto the boat for weighing at port hacking. That's when the true scale of the shark became clear. While tiger sharks are not endangered, they are considered near-threatened due to human impact. This sparked criticism online, especially since in New South Wales, there is a 1 tiger shark limit per day. Many fishermen who catch remarkable fish like this hesitate to post their pictures online to avoid such backlash. Tiger sharks, which can reach up to 16 feet in length, are formidable predators, primarily hunting at night in tropical and temperate waters. While they come second only to great whites in terms of fatal attacks on humans, humans themselves pose a greater threat to their survival through overfishing and habitat destruction. Number 17. Massive shark's fin. While enjoying a peaceful day on the water, a man noticed a shark's fin slicing through the surface in the distance. He began filming, assuming it was a typical shark, but something about it didn't feel quite right. As he watched closely, he noticed the unusual gap between the fin and the rest of the creature's body. The size of the creature itself was enormous, causing the surrounding water to turn an eerie black. Additionally, he spotted distinct spots along its back, which led some viewers to guess it could be a whale shark. However, whale sharks don't usually inhabit this region. Experts reviewing the footage were just as confused as the boater. This seasoned fisherman, who had seen his fair share of sharks, admitted he had never encountered anything like this before. He even suggested that it might be the fabled Megalodon. Could the Megalodon, a creature thought to have gone extinct millions of years ago, still exist? Or could there be another explanation for this mysterious sighting? Number 16. The shark that stole the bait. A viral video recently captivated social media, quickly becoming a sensation worldwide. It begins with a group of fishermen enjoying a peaceful day on the water, their expectations high as they wait for a fish to bite. The scene is calm and serene, but out of nowhere, the tranquility is shattered. A massive shark appears, moving through the water with incredible grace and speed. Without any warning, it darts forward and grabs their bait, disappearing back into the depths in a flash. The fishermen are left in stunned silence, unable to believe what just happened. This jaw-dropping moment is a powerful reminder of how unpredictable the ocean can be. It showcases the raw power and stealth of sharks, highlighting just how quickly calm waters can turn into a thrilling, intense encounter. The shark's effortless movement and sudden attack are awe-inspiring, reminding us just how much mystery lies beneath the surface of the sea. Number 15. Terrifying footage of massive shark. A team of marine researchers studying deep-sea ecosystems near the Azores Islands just recorded something terrifying: a massive shark hunting and devouring another shark in what appears to be shark-on-shark cannibalism. The footage, captured by an unmanned deep-sea camera, initially showed a large deep-water shark swimming cautiously. But within seconds, something far larger and more menacing emerged from the darkness. A colossal shark, estimated to be over 25 feet long, lunged at the smaller shark with a force never seen before. Experts are baffled by the size and behavior of this predator. Some speculate it could be a mutant great white shark, while others believe it might be an undiscovered species lurking in the depths of the Atlantic. What's even more concerning is the brutality of the attack. This wasn't just a territorial dispute, it was a calculated hunt. Could this be proof of an ancient predator surviving in the abyss, or is something else happening in the ocean's depths? Scientists are now analyzing the footage, but many fear this might be the first glimpse of a deep-sea giant we were never meant to see. Number 14. Giant shark sparks Megalodon theory. In 2021, a group of cruise passengers got a surprise they never expected: a massive shark circling their ship. Musician Alex Albrecht managed to capture the moment on camera, and the footage quickly went viral on TikTok, amassing millions of views. The passengers gathered at the ship's edges, pointing and shouting excitedly at the giant shark below. Many of them, convinced they had seen a megalodon, speculated that this ancient shark species might still be alive. Experts quickly identified the shark as a basking shark, not a megalodon. Basking sharks can grow up to 39 feet long and weigh as much as 6 tons, making them the second largest living sharks. Despite their enormous size, basking sharks are completely harmless to humans. They feed on plankton, gliding through the water with their mouths wide open. While the passengers were understandably shocked by the shark's size, it turned out to be a peaceful encounter with one of the ocean's gentle giants. It's a relief to know that, despite its size, this shark wasn't a threat. Number 13. The angry shark encounter. Diving into the ocean's depths is often an awe-inspiring and peaceful experience. However, for one diver, a tranquil dive took an unexpected and thrilling turn. As the diver explored the underwater world, they captured a shocking moment on film. Out of nowhere, an angry shark appeared, circling the diver with its sharp teeth gleaming in the light. But this shark wasn't interested in feeding. It seemed more agitated, almost as though it didn't want the diver intruding on its territory. The shark locked eyes with the camera, its expression one of clear discontent. This rare and fascinating encounter offered a glimpse into the emotional life of sharks, which are often seen purely as hunters. In this moment, however, it became clear that these creatures are not just mindless predators. They have instincts and emotions too. This encounter was a powerful reminder that, despite their fearsome reputation, sharks are complex animals with their own personalities and behaviors. Number 12. The bait stealer's surprise attack. Fishing off the coast of Florida is always an exciting adventure, but for one group of fishermen, their latest trip turned into a heart-stopping experience. After setting their bait in the water, they sat back, anticipating a typical day of fishing. But everything changed in an instant. Suddenly, the water exploded with movement, and a massive shark shot up from the depths. The fishermen barely had time to react before the shark lunged forward, its jaws wide open. In the blink of an eye, the bait was gone, and the shark had disappeared back into the sea. The fishermen were left speechless, processing the unbelievable event they had just witnessed. It was a dramatic reminder that when you're out on the open water, anything can happen. The shark's incredible speed and power left the group in awe, proving once again that the ocean is full of surprises. This encounter highlights the unpredictability and raw force of nature that lies beneath the surface. Number 11. The Malta shark. In 1987, a fisherman in Malta made an incredible discovery. While checking his hooks early one morning, Alfredo Cajar was out fishing for tuna and swordfish when he found something much larger than expected at the end of his line. The creature was so big that it stretched well beyond his 16.4-foot boat, and it took 3 hours to pull it to shore. When they measured the shark, it was estimated to be around 23 feet long, although the exact size remains a subject of debate. Inside the shark's stomach, the fishermen discovered a variety of creatures, including a 6.5-meter blue shark, a dolphin, and even a turtle. Some reports suggest the shark was 22.96 feet long, while Alfredo later claimed it was 23 feet or even 23.7 feet. With so many people involved in the shark's capture and so much time passed since the event, the true size of the shark remains uncertain. However, there's no question that it was an enormous fish, making it a truly remarkable catch that added to the history of great white shark encounters. Number 10. Great white shark leaps at seal. There's something mesmerizing about watching a great white shark leap out of the water in pursuit of prey. Award-winning photographer Chris McLennan traveled to Seal Island off the coast of Cape Town in South Africa to capture this thrilling behavior on camera. Seal Island is one of the few places in the world where you can witness great white sharks breaching the surface while hunting Cape for seals. Chris explained that capturing these moments is incredibly rare, which made his shots all the more remarkable. On calm days, he used a decoy seal towed behind a boat to increase his chances of catching a breach on film. During one session, he was able to witness over 24 shark breaches in just an hour, each one more breathtaking than the last. These photos, which showcase the power and agility of great whites, are truly stunning. They capture the sharks in midair, reaching incredible heights as they snatch seals away from their group. It's a thrilling reminder of the raw power these predators possess, even if it's a little terrifying to imagine. Number 9. Spoiled child of Megalodon. This footage shows a group of people gearing up for an exciting shark encounter. They reel in a massive shark, with everyone eagerly anticipating the moment. The excitement peaks when the shark is successfully hooked, and cheers fill the air. However, things take a sudden, serious turn when one of the individuals is bitten by the shark. The injury is severe, with deep gashes visible on the person's leg. The group's mood shifts instantly from celebration to panic as they realize the severity of the wound. One person comments that the injury is serious and medical attention will be needed fast. The group begins assessing the situation, all while keeping the injured individual calm and collected. Jokingly, someone remarks that they have limited time to get help. They quickly work together to clean the wound with alcohol pads. A man named Tyler, who remains composed during the crisis, is praised for his calm and level-headed actions. Others in the group jokingly refer to him as daddy material, trying to lighten the tense atmosphere. Despite the seriousness of the situation, the group manages to keep the mood somewhat upbeat, laughing at the unexpected turn of events. Number 8. 550-pound shark. Not all enormous sharks are great whites. In Devon, a group of 7 fishermen made an astonishing catch when they reeled in a 550-pound shark. At first, they thought they had hooked a great white, but upon closer inspection, it turned out to be a porbeagle shark, a close relative of the Megalodon. Porbeagles typically inhabit colder, temperate waters and usually weigh around 298 pounds, but this one was a true giant. Simon Davidson, the lucky angler, was fishing just 7 miles off the coast of Devon when he made the catch. The fight to reel in the shark was intense, with Simon describing how the shark repeatedly dove deep, pulling the line with incredible force. His companions cheered him on as he struggled to keep the rod steady, knowing that this was no ordinary catch. The boat rocked as the shark thrashed in the water, creating a spectacle that left the entire crew in awe. Simon later said that the sheer power of the shark made him realize just how strong and resilient these creatures are. The team was careful not to harm the shark during the process, ensuring it could be safely released back into the wild. It took Simon an entire hour to reel in the massive shark, and he admitted he was pretty worn out after the struggle. Once the shark was aboard, Simon and his 6 companions worked together to secure it for measuring. The shark was nearly 7 feet long with a 6-foot girth and an estimated weight of 550 pounds. This could be the largest porbeagle ever caught in British waters. Though Simon was more familiar with freshwater fishing, he had decided to try his hand at big game fishing after hearing that North Devon's coast was a hotspot for porbeagles. Once the shark was measured, Simon did the right thing and released it back into the ocean. It was an unforgettable adventure, proving that you never know what you'll reel in when you're out on the water. Number 7. Great white shark caught in Mexico. Fishing can be an exciting activity, but when a giant great white shark shows up, it can quickly turn into a dangerous situation. Thankfully, for some fishermen working off the coast of Sonora, Mexico, the great white shark they encountered was already dead. The shark, which weighed around 2,000 pounds and measured 20 feet long, had been caught in their nets. Though the shark was no longer a threat, the fishermen were relieved. They knew that a living shark of that size could easily overpower their small boat. Upon closer inspection, the fishermen noticed scars and bite marks on the shark's body, suggesting it had been in a fierce battle with another predator or perhaps another shark. The sheer size of the shark left the fishermen in awe, with some describing it as the largest they had ever seen in their years of fishing. They struggled to haul the massive creature onto their boat, eventually needing additional help from nearby vessels. The discovery of such a large shark sparked conversations among locals about the health of marine ecosystems and the role of apex predators like great whites, Some speculated that the shark's death might have been caused by entanglement in fishing gear, a common issue that threatens many marine species. Others wondered if the shark had been weakened by pollution or a lack of food, both of which are growing concerns in the region. The incident served as a stark reminder of the delicate balance between human activity and marine life, highlighting the need for sustainable fishing practices. Unfortunately, great white sharks have been on the decline since the 1970s, though the exact population numbers are unclear. They are considered vulnerable. These majestic creatures often fall victim to overfishing, as their fins, jaws, and teeth are highly sought after. Many shark species, including oceanic sharks and rays, have seen population drops of over 70% since the 1970s, primarily due to overfishing. While it's not always intentional, sharks often get caught in large nets, becoming victims of human activity. Number 6. The Kangaroo Island Great White Shark. Some of the largest great white sharks ever recorded have been about 18 feet long, but some believe there are even larger ones lurking in the vast oceans. In 1987, a shark was caught near Kangaroo Island, Australia, that was thought to measure about 23 feet. However, experts have never been entirely sure of its size. The original estimates were based on methods that suggested it was more likely around 19 to 21 feet long. Eyewitnesses who saw the shark described it as a monster, with a girth so wide it could rival the size of a small car. The shark's teeth, some of which were recovered, were massive, measuring over 3 inches long and capable of slicing through prey with ease. Local fishermen claimed that the shark had been spotted in the area for years, feeding on seals and even smaller sharks. Some speculated that its enormous size was due to the abundance of food in the waters around Kangaroo Island, which is known for its rich marine life. The debate over its true size sparked interest in the scientific community, with some researchers suggesting that great whites could grow even larger under the right conditions. The shark's capture also reignited discussions about the existence of other massive great whites, like the legendary deep blue, which has been estimated to be over 20 feet long. Despite the uncertainty surrounding its exact measurements, the shark became a local legend, with stories about it passed down among fishermen and marine enthusiasts. In an effort to settle the debate once and for all, scientists analyzed photos of the shark and examined the remains. Their findings suggested that the original estimate of 23 feet couldn't be completely dismissed. But in the end, whether it was 19 or 23 feet doesn't really matter. A shark of either size is a giant predator that should be respected. The sheer size of these creatures makes them one of the most fearsome animals in the ocean, and encountering one of them would be an unforgettable experience. Number 5. Fisherman has close encounter. The year 2020 was difficult for many, but for Australian fisherman Matthew Smith, it also became one of his most memorable. While fishing off New South Wales Blackhead Beach in his kayak, he was surprised by a 13-foot great white shark swimming right beside him. The entire encounter was captured on drone footage by his friend Nick O'Brien, who filmed from a distance. Matthew, unable to know for certain whether the shark had malicious intent, wondered if he was about to become a shark's next meal. He described the moment as surreal, noting how calm and silent the water seemed despite the presence of such a massive predator. The shark's dorsal fin cut through the water just inches from his kayak, creating a scene straight out of a movie. Matthew later admitted that he tried to stay as still as possible, knowing that sudden movements might provoke the shark. His heart raced as the shark circled his kayak twice, its shadow looming beneath him in the clear water. Nick, watching from above, shouted words of encouragement, though he later admitted he was terrified for his friend. The encounter lasted only a few minutes, but for Matthew, it felt like an eternity. Fortunately, the shark seemed curious rather than aggressive, and Matthew used his sea anchor to distract it. The shark seemed startled by the noise from the drone overhead and eventually swam off without incident. Despite the scare, Matthew was determined not to let the experience deter him from fishing. He said he planned to continue but with a much larger boat next time. Considering that 2020 saw a record number of fatal shark attacks since 1934, Matthew's close call was certainly a reminder that the ocean can be unpredictable. Nonetheless, he was lucky to come out of the encounter unscathed. Number 4. Deep-sea shark checking out submarine. While we know about many sea creatures, the deeper parts of the ocean still hold a lot of mystery. One of the most intriguing sharks is the blunt-nosed six-gill shark, a creature that's been mostly out of our reach. Thanks to the pioneering work of marine biologists with OceanX, we're starting to learn more about these elusive sharks. They spent 4 days tagging one of these sharks, using 300 pounds of bait to attract it. The six-gill shark's prehistoric appearance, with its 6 gill slits and long, slender body, makes it look like a relic from another era. Researchers were fascinated by its slow, deliberate movements, which seemed almost hypnotic as it glided through the water. The team also noted the shark's incredible ability to sense the bait from a distance, likely using its highly developed sense of smell and electroreception. Despite its size and power, the six-gill shark appeared calm and unthreatened by the submersible, offering a rare opportunity for close observation. The researchers were struck by the shark's massive, glowing green eyes, which are perfectly adapted for the pitch-black depths of the ocean. This encounter provided valuable footage and data, which will help scientists better understand how these ancient predators survive in such extreme environments. The team made history by being the first to tag a shark from a submarine. During their mission, they encountered several six-gill sharks, some of which were as long as 16 feet. One particularly large female even seemed curious about the submersible, swimming close enough for the researchers to film the entire encounter. This is one of the rare times we've had the chance to see this deep-sea species up close. These sharks usually dwell in waters around 3,300 feet deep, although they've been found as far down as 5,000 feet. Having existed for about 180 million years, they are among the ocean's most ancient residents. While we know very little about their behavior, scientists hope that by tagging them, they can uncover more secrets about their lives in the deep. Number 3. Swimming with a great white shark. How would you react if a great white shark swam right up next to you in the ocean? Most people would panic, but marine biologist Ocean Ramsey had a completely different experience. Ocean has spent over a decade studying these magnificent creatures, and during a chance encounter off the coast of Oahu, she found herself face-to-face with a 20-foot-long great white shark. Instead of being afraid, Ocean described the moment as awe-inspiring and heartwarming. The shark's calm and curious behavior surprised her, as it swam gracefully alongside her without showing any signs of aggression. Ocean noted the shark's immense size and the scars on its body, which told a story of survival in the wild. She carefully observed its movements, noticing how it seemed to glide effortlessly through the water, a true master of its environment. Her team captured stunning footage of the encounter, which quickly went viral and sparked conversations about the importance of shark conservation. Ocean explained that great whites are often misunderstood and that their behavior is far less aggressive than people assume. She emphasized that encounters like this highlight the need to protect their habitats and ensure their survival for future generations. She and her team were originally studying tiger sharks when this massive female shark approached. Ocean was thrilled, even speculating that the shark might be the famous deep blue, a renowned great white known for her size at the time. She also wondered if the shark might be pregnant. Ocean shared this incredible experience with the world, aiming to challenge the negative stereotypes about sharks, often portrayed as monsters in films like Jaws. She wants people to understand that sharks are beautiful, intelligent creatures deserving of our respect and protection. This encounter only reaffirmed her dedication to studying and conserving sharks, which she believes are misunderstood giants of the ocean. Number 2. 12-foot great white shark. Tagging great white sharks is essential to understanding their movements and behaviors, and Chip Michalove, the owner of Outcast Sport Fishing, knows this well. He's tagged countless great whites, but his most recent catch, a 12-foot shark, presented a unique challenge. Chip usually spots around 10 great whites each winter, but this time it took him 4 different attempts before he found the right one. The waters off Hilton Head Island are known for their seasonal shark activity, but unpredictable weather and murky conditions made this particular mission more difficult. Chip noted that the shark seemed unusually cautious, circling the bait several times before finally taking it, which added to the challenge. The team had to remain patient and alert, knowing that any mistake could result in losing the opportunity to tag such a large specimen. Once the shark was secured, Chip was struck by her sheer size and power, describing her as one of the most impressive sharks he had ever encountered. The tagging process required precision and care to ensure the shark was not harmed during the procedure. He eventually tagged the giant off Hilton Head Island, and now scientists in Massachusetts will track its movements to gather more data about these incredible predators. Chip spent 2 hours waiting on his boat, watching for any signs of a shark. When one surprisingly appeared, she grabbed 2 pieces of bait from separate rods while Chip's back was turned. With quick teamwork, Chip and his fellow fishermen were able to carefully bring the shark to the side of the boat. It turned out to be a 12-foot female, and they successfully tagged her with both pop-up and acoustic tags. Once tagged, they gently released her back into the ocean. This successful mission will provide valuable insights into the habits of these magnificent creatures, which are essential for their conservation and protection. Number 1. The Merino Bay, Australia shark. When it comes to measuring sharks, it's not always easy to get an accurate reading, especially when the shark isn't confined or captured. In South Australia, a crew from a non-profit organization claimed to have spotted a massive great white shark about 300 feet from the shore at Merino Bay. They estimated it to be around 23 feet long, using their 20-foot boat as a reference for size. Witnesses described the shark as having an unusually broad girth, with scars and markings that hinted at a long life spent dominating the ocean. The crew noted that the shark's dorsal fin alone appeared to be taller than most of the crew members, adding to the creature's intimidating presence. Some locals speculated that the shark could be a descendant of the legendary deep blue, one of the largest great whites ever recorded. Others suggested that the unusually large size might be due to the abundance of seals in the area, providing a rich food source for the predator. The sighting sparked a mix of awe and fear among the community, with some fishermen vowing to avoid the waters near Merino Bay for the foreseeable future. However, marine science professor Colin Simpfendorfer from James Cook University pointed out that estimating a shark's size from photos is tricky without proper size references. Despite the challenges, the crew remained adamant that they had seen the largest shark of their lives. They insisted that their estimate was accurate and even posted about it on the Shark Alert South Australia Facebook page. While it's exciting to think about the possibility of a record-breaking shark, the truth is, without proper measurement or capture, it's difficult to verify the exact size of this giant. However, if their estimate is correct, this shark would certainly be a remarkable catch, one that shows just how vast and untamed the oceans still are. Do you think we'll ever uncover the truth about the Megalodon lurking in the depths of our oceans? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to check out our other videos, and we'll see you next time.